All right, let's talk about something that gives every online merchant and creator nightmares. I'm talking about that sudden, gut wrenching feeling when you see your funds have been frozen by the very platform you trust with your business. Today, we're going to dig into why that keeps happening and look at a totally new way of thinking where you and not some big company hold your own keys. I mean, it's the absolute worst, right? One minute, everything's humming along, sales are coming in, and the next, bam, your money is locked up. And the crazy part, you often don't get a clear reason why or any idea when you'll get it back. If that's ever happened to you, or if it's a fear that's always in the back of your mind, then you are definitely in the right place. And this right here, this is the heart of the whole problem. When you use most of these big name payment processors, you don't actually own your payment system. You're just renting it. And your landlord, the processor, can decide to change the locks whenever they want, leaving you out in the cold. So here's the game plan for today. We're going to start by looking at the real cost of so-called convenience. Then we'll break down the huge difference between custodial and self-owned payments. We'll get into the tech that makes it all possible, stablecoins. And finally, we'll talk about why this big shift is happening right now, today. Okay, first up, let's talk convenience. I get it, we all love it. You sign up, install a plugin, a couple of clicks, and boom, you're taking payments from all over the world. But that simplicity, it's hiding a massive, massive risk right at the foundation of your business. You see, the way these platforms work is, well, they're basically acting like old school banks. They use what's called a custodial model, which is just a fancy way of saying they hold your money for you, and that gives them total centralized control. They become the judge, jury, and executioner for your funds, and their own internal rules, or heck, even a glitch in their system, can cut you off from your own cash flow in an instant. So this leads us to the most important concept we're going to cover today. It all boils down to one simple question. Who is actually in control of the money? The answer to that question changes absolutely everything. Okay, check this out, because this slide lays it all bare. On the left, you've got the old way. Middlemen are in control, you're constantly at risk of being frozen, and you have to ask for permission to even get started. You're renting. But look at the right side, the new way. You control your funds directly. The risk of a third party freezing your account? Gone. It's permissionless, it's instant, and you truly own it. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this new way sounds great, but how does it actually work? What's the magic? Well, it's not magic. The answer is a type of digital currency that has been quietly growing into a powerhouse of global finance. Stablecoins. So what in the world is a stablecoin? Don't worry, it's way simpler than it sounds. Think of it as a digital dollar. It's got all the speed and the borderless power of crypto, but without any of the crazy price swings. It's designed to stay stable, pegged to something like the US dollar, which makes it perfect for actual, real-world business. And listen, this isn't some tiny niche experiment. Look at this number, $300 billion, with a B. That's the size of the stablecoin market right now. These aren't just a curiosity anymore. They are a fundamental layer of the new global economy, settling huge amounts of value every single day. And here's why this is a total game changer for merchants. Value moves faster, way faster than old bank wires. The transaction costs are often much, much lower, and they are truly borderless, operating 24/7, 365. On top of all that, governments and regulators are starting to create clear rules for them, which adds a whole new layer of legitimacy. All right, so we've got the problem, these risky rental payment systems. And we've got the technology to fix it, stablecoins. So what puts it all together? Let's look at a solution that does just that, a platform called Payram. And this quote from Siddharth Menon, the founder of Payram, just nails it. The goal here isn't to become just another payment processor. The goal is to build the tools that let every merchant, every creator become their own payment processor. Now, I know what you're thinking. Owning my own infrastructure sounds complicated, right? Well, check this out. The idea is to make it simple. You basically install the software on your own server, just like you would any other app. You configure your wallets and a few settings, and that's it. You're ready to start processing payments. No long applications, no waiting for approval from some gatekeeper. You know, this whole shift isn't just happening in a vacuum. It's not about one single piece of tech. There are these huge, powerful trends all coming together at the same time, pushing the entire world of online business toward this new model of ownership. It's no accident this is all happening now. This is a great way to see how all the pieces fell into place. First, business went global, but our payment systems didn't. They were built for a different era.
Then, those old systems started to bend and break under the pressure. Right on cue, stablecoins matured into a real, dependable alternative. And that brings us to today, where businesses are demanding more control, more automation, what you could call programmable commerce. It's the perfect storm for a revolution in payments.
Okay, let's bring it all home and recap the big takeaways here. Getting these concepts down is really the first step you can take towards building a business that's truly financially sovereign.
Let's do a super fast review of the key terms you need to know. Self-custody, that's the goal. It means you and only you have full control. Custodial payments, that's the old world we're leaving behind, where you have to trust someone else. Permissionless, this is your freedom to operate without asking for anyone's approval. And payment freezes, that's the risk, the nightmare scenario that you get to completely eliminate.
So, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this simple idea. The future of payments is owned, not rented. It's a fundamental power shift, moving control away from these giant centralized companies and putting it back where it belongs, in the hands of the people actually building things. And really, that's what it all comes down to, isn't it? This change isn't a question of if anymore. It's a question of when. The tech is here, the need is undeniable, the tools are ready. The only question left is, what foundation do you want to build your future on?